the draft didn't go the way most projections had for you. How have you handled it? How will you handle it in the future? How much will this motivate you? And what's the last, I guess, 72 hours been like for you?
Man, first and foremost, just continue to be really grateful, and I'm thankful for this position to be in. Of course, many people look forward to be able to get drafted. And that's when we get the opportunity. So I feel like throughout the entire time we just continue to realize that you're in this situation for a reason. And man, God definitely has his way of doing everything, and it might not always be on your timing. So continue to just be grateful and continue to keep faith. And I know everything else will depend on it for itself.
We'll go to John McMullen and then back to Chris Franklin.
Hi, Kelee. Congratulations. Wanted to talk about the shoulder injury you had. How are you when it comes to that? A lot of people speculated maybe that's why you lasted a little bit longer than most expected. Are you completely 100% from that perspective?
Yes, sir. Actually, it's been 2 years and some change since that injury had happened. Actually, my senior year of high school, I ended up getting it repaired my freshman year academically at the University of Georgia. Yeah, but definitely wouldn't say it's a setback or anything for me right now. But yes, sir, I appreciate that.
Go ahead, Chris, and then Dave Zangaro.
Hey, Kelee, sorry about that. When it comes to Darius Slay and James Bradbury, how familiar are you with their games? And also, have you come across them in your paths in the last few years?
I'm very familiar with those two games, man. Guys who definitely study the game, who are 1 foot in front of the offensive coordinator and the quarterback in their game, which makes it a lot easier for them to be able to make plays, man. Overall, ball hawks and just great DBs overall. So, yeah, I have a lot of respect for those guys. And I have not been able to meet them yet or anything, but I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Go ahead, Dave, and then Zach Berman.
Hey, Kelee, obviously a bunch of Georgia players here already, even from this class and last year, obviously. How excited are you to get to be teammates with them continuing here?
Man, I'm super excited just to have an opportunity to go to the Eagles overall. But, man, it definitely makes it better, as you were saying, with my past teammates at the University of Georgia. Definitely our bond's going to continue to grow. Like no other. Of course, it would definitely be there even if we're on different teams. But man, just being in the same building with those guys and just be able to hear the ropes from guys that have been there, Jordan Davis and Nakobe, and me, Jalen, and Nolan are gonna walk in there with open arms from the entire community and the staff. And I honestly just feel like it's a great fun. It's definitely a great situation to be coming into as a rookie.
Go ahead, Zach, and then Josh Tolentino.
Hey, Kelee. I guess first off, I would say in terms of being drafted where you were a 5-star recruit, obviously, and starter as 27 games at Georgia. So you've been in the spotlight for a long time. Where do you think your development needs to come as a player as you go into the NFL?
I continue to go and compete in every single aspect of my game, whether it's technique-wise, seeing concepts from offenses and things like that, man. I feel like I continue to stay within my technique and just continue to learn the ins and outs of the games and just being able to see things before it happens. I feel like when specifically players in my position, whether it's safety, nickel, or corner, when you're able to see what offenses are trying to do to you before it happens, then you could definitely get a jump start and definitely make more plays and things slow down a lot more for you. So I feel like I can grow in my game in that aspect a lot more.
Go ahead, Josh, and then Martin Frank.
Hey, Kelee, man, congrats and welcome to Philly. Richard Sherman, 5-time All-Pro, widely regarded as one of the best at the position. What have you benefited from your relationship up there? And how would you describe how he's kind of helped you specifically leading into the draft?
Man, first, growing into a great young man that I am today, the past couple months and also even the year of me and him just bouncing ideas off each other and just him showing me the ropes of just financial things as well as on the field, seeing concepts and things like that, man. Just going into a young man that's gonna have a lot more expectations to him, as well as with just a lot of things on my plate overall, and just how I'm able to balance that. And I feel like having somebody that's been through that at the highest level, with any type of given situation towards him and just giving that back to me. I'm definitely thankful for somebody like that for sure. And he's definitely helped me grow a lot. So.
Go ahead, Martin, and then Jeff McLean.
Hey, welcome to Philly. Congrats on getting drafted. I wanted to ask you, not only do you guys have now 5 Georgia guys on the defense, but the Eagles also have like 4 Alabama guys on offense. And I was wondering if you kind of see this as possibly like an SEC or national championship type of rematch when you guys are on offense and defense going against each other. And how well do you know those Alabama guys?
That's actually pretty funny because I didn't even think about it that way. Actually, I was chuckling a smile right there, man. But definitely, I feel like in the SEC, the huge thing that all the different good type of teams have within their program is competing every single day, man. Of course, one of the best out of each other, so that the games are much easier. So the practices are much harder than the games, So I feel like when things are like that, man, I feel like you're definitely able to grow as a program and just continue to put one foot in front of the other and just excel overall. So,
yeah, do you think there'll be a lot of trash talking in practice?
And yeah, that definitely depends on the different type of personalities there are out there on the field, man. But I don't mind it. Like I said before, I'm definitely a competitor, and I do what it takes to win for sure.
Go ahead, Jeff, and then Bo Wolf.
Kelee, what was your contact with the Eagles pre-draft? Could you walk us through any conversations, meetings, et cetera, that you have? And did you get a feeling that they were on to you?
Yes, sir, I did actually to begin with for my 30 visit. It was a great experience over there, just talking with the different coaches, the head coaches, as well as defensive coordinators, and as well as DB coach. Man, it was overall good vibes over there. Definitely seen that for sure. But after seeing the trend of them getting Nolan and also Jalen Carter, man, I was like, this could happen. Like there's definitely a big possibility of this happening, And man, I'm just overall thankful just being able to get the opportunity just to be on a team, let alone a team where all my friends are going to be on, So, and it's just a great position to be in, And a great opportunity. I'm definitely going to seize my moment for sure.
Was there a moment during the 30 visit or somebody that you met or something about your experience at the NovaCare complex, one moment that stood out to you about the Eagles and about their interest in you, perhaps?
I would say specifically talking with Coach McDonald. He's a great, bright guy. Somebody like that. I feel like in his media room, he tried to apply a little bit more pressure on me, for sure, from the learning standpoint. And I feel like I was able to overcome that overall. Me coming from the University of Georgia, man. That's all Coach Smart does to us, to try to put us in hard situations to make us think overall and see how you can grow from that. So, and I feel like those type of coaches realize when they can put that type of pressure on somebody and them overcome that, then being on the field out there and being able to execute things like that is only the little things. So, yeah, I feel like that was one of the big things that stood out to me.
We'll go to Bo and Ed Kratz.
Hey, Kelee, congratulations. Two quick ones. First, just sort of set the scene for us. Who's with you today? And where are you?
All of my family members, a couple of my coaches as well for the past, man. But we're in Scottsdale, Arizona right now, and just enjoying our time right now after just being drafted and me achieving my dreams.
And then of all the guys who are with you now, the other 4 Georgia guys, who are you closest with? Or is there anybody who's really your guy?
Necessarily, man. Overall, all 4 of the boys. I couldn't even lie to you, man. I wouldn't say I was closer to one rather than the others, man. But me and Jalen specifically, we came in together at one point, and me and his mother and my mother all had built a relationship at a certain point in time. But yeah, man. Nolan Smith was one of those guys that was outside linebacker when I was first becoming to start my sophomore year, and he was one of those little guys that was picking me up at the same time. We had JD on the inside and Nakobe, and all 4 of us were all bouncing energy off each other, So man, I definitely would say it's a tight bond between all 4 of us, all 5 of us for sure. So
All right, we have time for 3 more. So we'll go to Ed, EJ, and Rob.
Hey, Kelee, congratulations. You're just 20 years old. You played in one of the toughest conferences in America with the SEC. I mean, what's something that you learned coming out of the SEC and how football is played there?
Man, every single game in the SEC, you're gonna get the team's best shot. There's great players all over the SEC, man. I feel like your preparation is definitely gonna help you be able to execute day in and day out. And I feel like that was a huge thing that we had at the University of Georgia. And of course, it's already instilled in the NFL as well as at Philly. So and just continue to grow and just knowing that your preparation is going to help you and put you in the best situation possible to be able to grow in any situation, whether it's 4th and 3 and you need to stop or any other type of situation in the game. So I feel like your preparation is a big thing that's going to help you.
Go ahead, EJ.
Hey, Kelee. One quick one, and then another one really quick. I guess like Fran Brown has a lot of familiarity with the Philly area. Have you been able to talk to him about it at all since you got drafted?
Yes, sir, all the time. Me knowing that he's from over there as well. I talked to him after I got drafted as well, and then he's just really excited for me and the opportunity that's coming before me and how I'm able to seize that moment for sure. Of course, and being my past DB coach, he's instilled a lot of time into me, and he's super excited to what I'm going to be able to do.
And then that transition that you had when you got to school, from running back to corner, I guess what were the challenges for that? And I guess what were your takeaways from it?
Man, it was overall a great experience, honestly, man. Just knowing that I could do something like corner at the next level for sure, and just being able to see the coaches and what they seen in me and believing in that and trusting in that. And that's one of the reasons why I went to University of Georgia, because I trusted those guys to be able to help me become the best player and man I am today.
Last one here with Rob.
Hey, Kelee, congratulations. Just 2 questions. One, we could see on the broadcast your emotions. Can you describe what your emotions were like when they called your name? And then were you hoping the Eagles would be the team, knowing the guys that are here, like all along? Like we could see when Nolan got picked, he showed his socks. He was wearing green socks, and it was pretty obvious he was hoping he might, reunite with teammates. Did you?
At that point in time, I was like, probably one of the best situations would be for me to go to the Eagles for sure. Just inside thinking, man. But back to the emotions, just looking back on all the hard times and the things I worked for this specific moment, no matter where I had went, I know that my opportunities to be able to come, and all my entire life, I've seized that type of moment as well as being doubted. I've been doubted plenty of times in life as well, so this is definitely another time and another thing to add to my story for sure. And I'm definitely looking forward to it. So that's where definitely a lot of the emotions have come and just the things that me and my family have went through for sure.
Thanks,
All right,
Kelee.
thanks for the time, Kelee.
Thanks.
Appreciate you. Thank you guys for having me.